Hey, you want to have some fun in the shop with me today? I'm going to teach you how to cut an organic shape, namely a curve, because I have a project that needs a slight curve on it. It doesn't have to be perfect, it just needs to be close enough. What I'm going to use for my compass is my right hand and my Sharpie. Real straightforward. I'm going to center my elbow, pretty much where I figure about the center of this board is. I'm going to put my Sharpie up there. I'm going to test it to see if it's going to work. That looks like about right. What I want to do, my hand, my wrist, everything stays fixed. It's all in one solid piece. My elbow is the only thing that's going to rotate. I'm going to start out about here. I'm just going to swing through that curve. By God, I got myself a nice curve marked right there. Just like that. That's the easiest way to do it. I didn't have to get a compass out. I didn't have to get a snare drum out to trace. We made a cut. Now we're just going to cut it on the bandsaw. Like this. If you do your best to leave part of your line in place, you'll know where you're going and where you've been. Notice we're right on the outside of it. Yeah, a little off there, but that's okay. We're not striving for perfection. Now, I want to do the inside curve and I want it to be about the same dimension. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to put my little finger on there. I'm going to put my hand on here, and I am just going to run my hand right down the edge of that board, kind of like that. Isn't that something? It's going to end up real close to exactly the same shape, only about 2 inches wider. Close enough. Get this out of the way. Again, plenty close enough. Let's go shorten it up a little bit. We're just playing so we can play around a little bit. We'll lock that in place right on my chop saw. Hold it nice and tight. And there we go. Now, I want to attach those two together. So I can have a nice long arc on there. What's the best way to do that?
How'd you get two?
Oh, I had two pieces taped together so they would be exactly the same, or close to it anyway. So if I want to put those together, kind of hard to clamp. If I clamp it here, it's going to go like that. If I clamp it here, it's not going to get us anything. If I clamp it there, it's not going to do us a lick of good. So let's go like this. Let's grab two of these real nice pinch dogs. Let's grab our little brass smacker. Let me grab a bit of glue here. We're just going to add a little bit of glue to that and clamp those together. Now, if you ever...
You forgot Mr. Glue Block.
Mr. Glue Block. Yeah, I did. There's Mr. Glue Block. Just because we always have people asking about our glue block. What we use that for is we're just going to open up a glue bottle here. Going to put a little bit of glue on there for our project. And if you ever watch my buddy Daniel at the Bearded Viking, he always talks about add a dab of glue to your piece. So we're just going to do what Daniel does, and we're going to add a dab of glue to that. Real simple. I like to use my brush to brush the glue on. I get it where I want it, when I want it, and I can control the quantity. So I always put it on my glue block like this. Swipe it on there. And I always put glue on both sides of every joint just to make sure that I've got it, enough of it where I want it. Thank you, Mr. Glue Block. We're going to put those together. We're going to rub them together to start the bond. Make them not want to slide so much when I smack them together. Going to put our little bit of a pinch dog on there. Get it started. And smack the crap out of it. You notice that's got the little taper on it. Taper inside, they're cut sharp. So when I'm pushing it down through that wood, it's going to penetrate and it's going to force those two pieces together to make a real nice joint. There. After an hour or so, that's going to be plenty dry enough. And what I'm going to do in terms of the surface that I'm going to show when this is used, it's going to be this side. This is going to be my top side. The back side's got holes in it. I don't want to see those. So that's going to be my good side. Right there. The easiest way there is to glue up cool organic shapes. Use pinch dogs. Put a little bit of glue on it. Clean up your glue brush. Put your glue away and you're all done. Wait for an hour for it to set up and it's ready to use.
What size are those?
What size are those? Oh, they're about that size. Those are probably 2-inch pinch dogs. I believe I got those at Woodcraft.
So for you, when do you use, like in a practical setting? Obviously, we're just making fun organic shapes.
Yeah.
When do you usually use pinch dogs?
When you usually use pinch dogs is when you've got an organic shape where you don't have two parallel surfaces that you can pull together and have that force be 90 degrees across the edge of your joint. That's when you got to use something like that to get on there.
So curves, zigzags.
Yeah, a curves, a zigzag, anywhere where you don't have the opportunity to pull your pressure and put the pressure on that joint that's 90 degrees from the seam itself. If it's anything other than that, like it would be here, my pressure would be coming across here. It's at a pretty good angle to the joint. It's not going to hold it together. You can't pull it together that way. So you got to have pinch dogs for any time you have something that's an organic shape. Again, a circle, a curve, zigzag or whatever, where the pressure is not directly applied 90 degrees from your face of your cut.
Is there any difference in duration on how long you need to leave pinch dogs on versus a clamp?
No, there's no difference in the duration that it takes to set the bond, because ultimately the polyvinyl acetate, which is a fancy way of saying good old everyday type bond wood glue, or other wood glues too for that matter, what causes that to catalyze and establish its bond is pressure. Glue doesn't dry per se to cure. Glue will dehydrate. The top of that will dehydrate and it'll get a film over it and all this kind of stuff, but it's not going to hold anything. What happens is you got to have pressure on that joint, and pressure is what catalyzes that glue. It makes it create its bond and make it stick. I would surmise that this has only been in here a matter of a couple minutes. If we took those out right now, the majority of that bond has already taken place. Those would probably stay together pretty good. Matter of fact, I think just for fun, we should prove the point. Let's knock them off there and see how much pressure it takes to bust that joint open. Being that we're just playing anyway. Hey, we can change it from playing to experimenting. Now we're experimenting to see how much pressure it takes to break that joint apart. 2 or 3 minutes max is all it's been together. So if I'm going to flex it that way to see how strong it is, it probably took 15 pounds of pressure to break that off on an end grain joint, which is your weakest joint in woodworking anyway, end grain to end grain. So it took a little bit. I could probably put more glue back in there. Probably should put more glue back in there. Because what we've done now, being this end grain, we've taken all that glue and we've pushed it down into those fibers. Yeah. So it's like putting glue in the end of a straw. That's basically what we did there. So let's get a touch more glue onto our glue block here. Let's grab our brush. Let's add a little more glue to that. And we've probably actually strengthened that joint by pushing that glue down in there, letting it bond a little bit. Now we'll put it back together, rub it in there again. Put our pinch dogs back in the same holes that we had before.
And because they're tapered, they work to pull together?
Yeah, the taper and the force going into it pulls that taper together, so it pulls those pieces together real nice and tight. Real nice and snug. Wipe our excess off of that side, put it over here on our glue block. Get it off the bench. I don't like having glue on my bench. That's why I wax the bench all the time, so nothing will stick to it. And then we've got our cool organic shape all glued up and ready to go. I don't know why we made it, but we did it anyway just because it was fun to do.